The Andrew Tate situation is all over the place. We don't know everything or anything really at that. But we're going to check it out and get some updates today, man. We're watching this via the Black Conservative Perspective. Go check that man out, man. Really, really dope content creator, as well as he has a really dope way of thinking about things and expressing that. So he deserves some support, in my personal opinion. Check him out. Should be able to find the video linked in the sources. Now let's check out what he has to say about Andrew Tate.
Oui, fais-moi. Okay. Thank you.
All right, guys. So we got to talk about,
well, not pose, but waved at the cameras.
Top G, Andrew Tate, who it appears things are getting worse for him in Romania as the judge.
They lost the court appeal against 30-day detention. Okay. All right. Okay. So that means that they might still get out after the 30 days if evidence isn't provided.
That is overlooking his case. You guys know what he's been accused of. They have denied his appeal, and they're going to keep him locked up even further and probably try to extend it for another 180 days or up to 180 days.
Okay, not yet.
It doesn't look like Andrew Tate is.
All right, so right now it's still just the 30, but eventually it seems like they're going for 180. Like, what? How can you extend something 180 days with no evidence? What has he been charged with? Like, what's the, like, let's actually see what the hell is going on. Not what you're suspicious of. Where's the evidence? Right? And maybe they hiding it or something. They don't want to actually say if they have evidence or not.
Getting out of jail anytime soon. Now, this is interesting because this comes as some of his alleged accusers or victims have come out in support of Andrew Tate, saying that basically this is not true and that he is innocent. Okay. But despite them telling the authorities that he's innocent, that they're not really victims, they're moving forward with this anyways. Now, I'm going to play that clip for you guys, that interview that they did. And I'm also going to play.
That's crazy, bro. What the hell?
A clip from his ex-girlfriend, who has recently come out as well, too, stating that Andrew Tate is innocent. And then I'm going to read a little bit from his lawyer about what is going on in this Romanian court. And then I'm going to play a clip from a lawyer on YouTube that has been covering this Andrew Tate case. And he's going to present the other side of it, where it seems to me that he thinks that Andrew Tate...
Something seems real fishy about this, bro. Something seems suspect. Yo, I don't want to speak too much on it until we get more information, but this seems real crazy.
Basically, self-snitched on himself. Just so you guys can get all the information about what's going on here in both sides of the story. And then you can decide for yourself what you want to believe until he eventually goes to trial. But my gut feeling is that, at least from what I'm gathering here, it seems like, I don't know, man. I'm not sure if Tate's necessarily going to get a fair shake.
It don't seem like it, bro. It does not seem like he's going to get a fair shake. Not at all.
In these Romanian courts, to be quite honest with you. But who knows, right? Who knows? I don't really know anything. So without further ado, let's actually get into the clip of his girlfriend, who came out recently and said that, basically he's innocent.
If you don't live under a rock, then I'm pretty sure you know that Andrew Tate has been arrested for human trafficking, which is absolutely absurd, simply for the reason that it's absolutely false. I have lived with Andrew for years and years, and he would never do anything like this, ever. I've already had to make sure videos regarding his innocence when it came to him being called a woman beater.
I remember that. It was BDSM, and people still to this day, mind you, look, guys, this is the person, right, that Ethan Klein is still using videos of, right? Still using videos of whatever her and Andrew Tate was doing behind closed doors or within the apartment or house or wherever the hell they were staying. But Ethan Klein and H3H3, L3L3 still use that to say that Andrew Tate is a woman beater. And here she is again. This is the third time that she's coming out and defending him.
Or a video that got leaked of us through having a little bit of a rough role play. I had to make a video clarifying, two videos, in fact, clarifying that he is innocent. But here I am again, coming from somebody who lived with him for years. He is not a human trafficker. He would never anybody, and he would certainly never ever human traffic anyone either, including his brother. They would never do such thing. I am just so shocked, and I'm so fed up with all of these lies talking about Andrew, that he's a woman beater, that he's a human trafficker, It is so false. It's so false that it's upsetting. Even though we're no longer together, it upsets me because I know the person I have lived with. I know who he is, and he is neither of those things, and he does not deserve any of this coming his way.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. She says that this is all lies. He's not, what they're accusing him of.
See, and watch, bet you people still gonna say that he's a woman beater. Still accuse him of all this other stuff. It's crazy, bro.
Again, she's not the only person that has been associated with him, only female that's been associated with him that's coming out and saying this. There was also 2 other people that have been framed as victims by the Romanian authorities, allegedly. And they're coming out here now and saying, yeah, Tate is not guilty of any of the things they're accusing him of.
We gave our statement in which clearly we said we weren't the victims. It was until a couple of days ago, I think. Yeah, a couple of days ago that we found out about the whole situation. So I'm pretty annoyed and upset, and I don't understand why this is happening.
Just a second, because I have to speak in my language for all the people. A spus că ea nu știa de această situație, că este absolut surprinsă de această situație, că a aflat abia în urmă cu câteva zile de tot ceea ce se întâmplă și că nu au nicio legătură. So please tell me about your connection between Beatrice and between Tate brothers.
Between Beatrice and the Tate brothers? Well, me and Beatrice have been living together now for around 2 years. And I got to meet Beatrice, Andrew, and Tristan through some other friends of mine. We have had common friends and we met, and till the end, we ended up being like family. So these
S-au cunoscut în urmă cu 2 ani, au devenit prieteni apropiați și acum sunt ca o familie. Ok, I will ask you the same things. I-am spus că o să întreb același lucru cum am întrebat și pe Beatrice. Are you working for Tristan Tate and Andrew Tate?
I've never worked for them or with them. We're just very, very close, and I am working on TikTok and Instagram. I'm working as an influencer. So you can actually earn pretty good money.
A zis că și ea lucrează pe Instagram, pe online.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. So your opinion and also the Beatrice's opinion is that the brother states are very honest and they don't do.
I honestly think that justice should be made because this is very unfair. They don't deserve it.
Yeah, so I got to tell you guys,
crazy.
I like
fam. That's crazy, man. I'm not hearing people like a lot of people besides I would say some conservatives and some red pills. People are talking about this, right? But all the people that are saying, "Oh, look at horrible Tate brothers. There's the people that y'all was looking up to." I see none of them covering this. I see none of them sharing this story.
Like his taste in women from a looks perspective, right? Consider how allegedly he has hundreds of millions of dollars. It seems that he has the best that money can buy from a looks perspective. Maybe not from a personality perspective, maybe not from a values perspective, maybe not from a whole lot of other, I think, important qualities. But at the same time, from a looks perspective, he definitely has a type. I'm surprised considering that I believe that Tate is at least 1/4 black. I'm surprised that the Soul Sisters haven't come out here and judged Tate on his taste and preference in women. I don't see any sisters in his lineup. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever seen Tate with a black woman. I'm surprised that there's not a lot more complaints about that.
That's his preference. Hey, man, that's his preference. Whatever he like, bro. Whatever he like. But they probably would complain, right?
But hey, that's just the observation. So yeah, you seen that, you heard that, okay? Andrew Tate's accusers claim that they made clear that they're not victims. Also, his lawyer did another interview. It's not in English, or maybe it had English subtitles. I'm not going to play it. I'll just read a little bit here, in which he kind of explains what's going on as well too. He says, in a separate interview also shared on Tate's Twitter page, his attorney, Eugene BXBeastBoy, also appeared to reference the 2 women who asked about the 6 complaints. Quote, "Not true. It's not 2 complaints, but not 6, he told Gendal. He said that several statements in the case were from people presented as victims who did not have the status of injured parties or having ever filed complaints against the Tates." Basically, they're saying they're using women who actually never.
That's crazy, bro. That is wild. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't want to say for certain, but fam, this just don't look right, bro. This don't look right, don't feel right, all of that. Like, it just seemed real sus. This seems super sus, bro.
Complaint, right? They never actually really complained or claimed they were victims, but they're using this as evidence, as testimony that, Tate did something wrong, is what he's saying. In this interview, the attorney revealed that both Tate brothers are unmarried dads without elaborating how many kids each has. He also suggested that the influencer is being tried in part on his social media persona, noting how many online create a reprehensible and moral image on social media while really having stable, solid, and moral principles. Now, in the case of the Tate brothers,
he's going to destroy this man, yeah. He said the Matrix was going to come for him, and he was right. He said the Matrix was going to come from him, and he was 100% right, bro.
I don't know what their intention was on social media to promote themselves, the lawyer said. But I'm left wondering, could this intention on social media stand as evidence in a criminal prosecution case? Andrew Tate suggested Sunday that he had been hospitalized, sharing a report on it while saying that the Matrix has attacked me. So to answer this question right here about could this intention on social media stand as evidence in a criminal prosecution case? Well, Bruce Rivers, the criminal lawyer, and has actually titled his channel, who covers a lot of these high-profile cases involved.
I think someone sent me, let me see. I still haven't had a moment to check it, but I did plan to. Yep. Yeah, I think this is, yep. I think I did, I might have watched a little bit of it, but I didn't get a full chance to watch it in full. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't get it to sit down and really absorb it.
Involving these, celebrity type figures. He believes so. He believes that Andrew Tate's social media is basically a whole bunch of evidence and self-snitching that can and will be used against him in the court of law in Romania.
These are his words, not my words. And I'm not going to take it out of context.
You're effectively taking girls, teaching them how to make unlimited money from home, and then making sure they give all to you.
So you're making sure that you're teaching.
You know, if we be snitching, someone who has nothing to do with this damn case, taking it and going, hey, this is what you need to look at. This right here. This is what you need to look. Oh, this could be bad. What if they play this video? What if they play this video in full in court? What are you probably going to be excited and happy about it.
Girls how to make a shit ton of money. Right off the bat, he tells you his main goal is to have them work for him and him get all the money.
I realized I had about 5 girlfriends, all smoking hall, and females are nasty.
Bro, he's literally talking about webcamming. He's talking about webcamming where these girls got paid. There's plenty of girls he made rich off of this. What are you... How is this? This is so stupid. This is dumb.
Why do you work for me so we spend more time together? What if you're doing what? So a lot of webcam business. Oh, I don't want to do that. So, okay, I know you don't want to do that, but listen, come, let's have a meeting. Let's just talk about it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Fine. But let me explain it to you properly. In fact, I'll bring one of the girls who works for you, the bottom bitch, the new girl, go out for fucking a nice dinner. Your bottom bitch is the one who does the selling. You don't do the selling. The girl has to hear from a girl. And this is where your bottom bitch has to be trained. So I said it's so important to have a good first girl.
Remember Ghislaine Maxwell?
There's literally nothing wrong with what he said, bro. At all. I didn't hear no problem. That's the business that he's talking about. It's perfectly legal. But I don't understand. Like, what's the issue? Like, fam, this is crazy. Maybe I'm a weirdo. I didn't really see what the big deal was. This is how he's about to go to. What's the full title of that video? What's the full title of this damn video? Criminal lawyer legally analyzes Andrew Tate's own incriminating word. Man, shut your ass up.
That was the girl that recruited for Jeffrey Epstein. Almost identical to what he's talking about here.
I have all my girls, guys.
Wow. So webcamming is comparable to Jeffrey Epstein. That's crazy, bro. All right, so say you had a podcast. You didn't really have time to get guests. You hire someone to bring guests to your podcast. Would that be the same thing as Epstein? Would that be Epstein worthy? It's so dumb. This is so stupid, bro. This is dumb. This is real dumb.
In that phone, and I kept control of it. Don't let your girl have this, because if your girl ever runs off and leaves you, you don't want her to have an address book of all the guys she can get money from.
Another aspect of control. You don't want her to have your client list, because if she has your client list, she can leave you. So you've got to restrict her information.
Who wants to give up their client list? Who's doing that? What business does that? Yes, I'm going to give you all my client lists. So when you leave, you can take my clients. You're a lawyer. Yo, I don't know if you got your own practice, but I'm pretty sure if you did and you hired a lawyer to work under you, You wouldn't want him to have access to all your client lists, nor would you want him to take all your clients with them. Like, this is so stupid, bro. This is so stupid. Like, fam, people would say whatever to get that clout. Yes, you might be a lawyer, cool. But this is invalid. There's nothing you're saying that's an actual piece of evidence at all.
Control these women.
You could say that you don't like his business practices, but I don't care. I don't think anyone would.
I mean, you want her to leave and go, well, I don't know.
I don't think anyone would care. So I'm saying.
I know the password for the account. I've never set it up before. I don't know how the banking works. I don't have any of my guys' phone numbers. I have nothing. And that's why they don't want to leave. It's like, oh, well, he has everything I need. I have to stay with him. He has everything. It's important. I'm telling you, it's a very important element. That control.
It's a very important element. That control.
Okay. Record labels. I could name 1,000 examples. Record labels. Do they go out and sign you themselves? They go out and fight? Oh no, they have A&Rs. Wow. So they have executives that they send out to go recruit new artists to come back and sign with the record label. Guess they all Epsteins. And mind you, I'm anti-record label in the first place. But come on, you get the point, man? Like,
and they will leave.
This is crazy.
Control. Tax is also another important element of controlling your woman. You're not going to pay anybody tax because you're getting paid in Bitcoin. You can tell your girl that you're paying the tax because girls are lazy, and girls are stupid, and girls don't understand how taxes work. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, we made this much money, but I'm going to pay the tax to make sure you don't get in trouble. Now, that allows you to do two things. One, it's another control element.
See how that control is a recurring theme over and over and over again?
If I do it alone, I have to deal with taxes. Taxes are complicated. Control element.
And he doesn't have respect for these women at all because he thinks they're stupid.
It allows you to pay her a smaller percent. So I used to pay my girls 13%. So for every $10,000 they make, I give them $3.
They watch your video and they find it valid. They are stupid. If anyone, like, yo, fam, what is he? I thought he was going to say something valid. He's not saying anything.
I keep saying they thought they were on 50%. And I said that the disparity is because of taxes. If they say, why is it 50-50? I'm the one who knows what he's doing. I'm the one with the knowledge. I'm the da-da-da-da-da. Shut the fuck up. Go on. Print out some tax forms. I do this all the time. I just print out some random tax forms and say, yeah, sign here and sign this. What is it? It's for the tax. You want to pay the tax or not? Throw them away afterwards. But they think something's happening. Something real is happening. Nothing's happening except you get a rich bitch.
Nothing's happening except for me getting rich, bitch. That's what he just said. So he's taking another 20% of what would have been their earnings, saying he's paying taxes, but he's not paying taxes.
That would be a whole different court case if it was even taken to court, maybe even civil. That's just like if you sue your ex-employer, but for wages that you think you owe, that would be that, not human trafficking. These people, he's supposed to be a lawyer. Somebody need to give me a check. Somebody need to cut me a check, bro. If this is the type of lawyering that's going on, I might need to get up in there, man. I might need to go. Nah, I don't like reading. Lawyer's gonna read a lot. Yeah, I read a lot. I'm an audiobook, kind of got my eyes be hurting. I'm high.
His words. That's fraud. Force, fraud, or coercion.
And this is his breakdown of the judge's order to detain Tate in the first place and the possible evidence against him. Take a look.
First, the judge references the definition of human trafficking and the protocol regarding prevention and repression and punishment. Human trafficking, especially of women and children, in addition to the United Nations Convention. The judge starts out by talking about the definition and where the law comes from. But then he starts talking about concrete danger for the public that they present. And even if the defendants are not known with criminal past, the charge represents a state of normality that cannot justify, in context of the present case, the release of the defendants at this procedural moment in relation to the high gravity of the alleged crime.
Man, I was about to fall out, bro. Is he still talking? He's still talking. This dude boring me. He boring me.
Of human trafficking and the creation of a criminal group organized for which they are investigated. And then the other thing he talks about in the order is the judge talks about, we had that stuff that had happened in London. Well, the judge says, even though that's not a crime, it cannot be ignored. So he's using that, and he fled to this jurisdiction. And he's also using the fact that he's talking in videos and flaunting flight. He talks about that in his order.
If I fuck up, England wants me in jail, I can fly a Nigerian passport, or an American, or an English, or a Polish, or an Estonian. I have so many passports. Are you going to block them all?
Everything he is doing is consistent. But here's even the kicker. Looking at private videos as part of the police file.
People could say something as a joke, and it'll be taken and just ran with if someone don't like you.
File.
Can't even use hyperbole, none of that stuff.
From the following passages from the context of this content, there is no doubt a deep lack of respect for the legal norms and a total indifference to the social protected values that the defendant gives proof of.
Oh no, not court or Romania. You're not getting respect for me in court. Put me in jail. Get me out of jail. The law says you're guilty. I said get me out of jail. Don't go see a lawyer to talk about the law. I have committed multiple felonies. How much does it cost to make this all go away?
But also the attitude.
Yo, my man was wild. He was wild. That's big talk, but damn it, you gonna have to show me proof he was doing anything though. Just because he bragged about stuff, that don't mean nothing. Rappers brag about crimes all the time that they did not commit. And when you ask them, hey, what was that? Oh, no, I'm just, telling you about stuff that I saw. Know what I mean? Why is he not able to do that when he is in the entertainer? Bro, like, I don't know, whatever.
Of disregard towards women in general, which he perceives only as a mean of getting his content released. In other words, making money. The judge cannot agree with the support of the defense in the sense that the video contents presents only one character and cannot be taken into account since the defendant exhibits the same attitude in the relations with the injured persons and is evident from the content of the conversations that are in these criminal prosecution files. The defense had made an argument. You can't really look at what he's saying.
I just peeped that he got a hat that says stop self-snitching. That's pretty accurate, right? I guess for not Andrew Tate by himself, but everyone as a whole, right? You shouldn't self-snitch. That's pretty stupid.
On those videos.
Can't argue with that.
Because that's just a character that he's playing. Well, the judge has also looked at some private files, and the judge says, I can't ignore it. You look in some of the thing, he shows you his 7 passports. I mean, who has 7 passports? And if you look at, we'll show you some video in a minute about the search. You look at the guns, you look at the passports, you look at all the other things.
That don't mean nothing though, bro. Like, I'm not seeing anything that's concrete. And everything I've seen, I'm not seeing anything that's concrete. Not one.
That are on the table. He's ready to rock and roll. I mean, why does he need all this stuff? Well, I'll tell you why, because he fled one jurisdiction and he's worried about people coming after it. Cops in general, regarding the need to prevent the
commission. So he got what? No. So why would he turned himself? He walked in with them. Like he walked out the front door with them. Calmly. If he had all that stuff to turn up whenever police arrived, then he would have did such. Right? Like maybe it's just to protect themselves. He does have money. Right? You are a target. Especially due to the fact that a lot of people hate him on the internet. I've been attacked in real life based off of YouTube stuff, and I'm nowhere near the notoriety as most of these YouTubers, not just Andrew Tate.
We have another crime. Purpose mentioned and enumerated to paragraph 202, blah, blah, blah. The judge notes the situation by which his conduct prior to committing the act is the subject of the case. The defendant proves the real risk of repeat criminal behavior.
Yeah. So there you have it. It seems to me that if Tate is innocent, he put himself in a very bad situation with some of the things he said on social media that really don't sound all that great. Okay. But hey, he did make money off of it, but it just seems that he went a little bit over the top with some of the things.
Yeah, it sounded bad. But I don't think he was being serious, to be honest.
He was saying, especially about his business, his webcam business with women and how he convinces them to sign up and, how he treats them and, how he pays them, which again, I don't know if this is all cap, right? Just for the cameras, just so that, he can get people to follow him.
It's probably cap.
I'm not sure if that's it or if that's something that he actually does. I have no clue, right? But what I do know is that, I think this will be interesting to watch. There are women that are coming out here saying that he is innocent. Okay, women that have dealt with him.
That are being listed as victims. They're coming out and being like, we ain't no victim. The hell are you talking about? We ain't no damn victim.
Women that claim that, they're part of the accused. And so far, we haven't had a trial yet. He hasn't been proven to be guilty of anything. It could very well be the case that all of this stuff on social media, all this stuff he's saying is just cap. And he was doing it to make money. And that's not how he was really living his life. I hope that's the case. But, if he was actually serious about things he was saying in some of these videos, he could be in some trouble.
It's probably cap. I think it's cap. I think it was jokes.
But again, who knows at this point? We will have to see.
We will. Well, time will tell, man. Shout out to Black Conservative Perspective, man. Check out the original video without all the pausing from me and whatnot. It's crazy. It's unfortunate. We don't know all the information, but let's wait until we see. Hopefully, the justice system don't wild out already. It seemed like a lot of wilding now is happening. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. I appreciate the hell out of you guys, man. Check me out on Patreon as well and all my other channels. See ya.